Hey y'all, welcome back. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make this really pretty spring farmhouse door hanger or wreath, whatever you want to call it. It's a door hanger, but in the video I say wreath. Anyway, stay tuned and I will show you how to make it. Let us get started. First off, what you're going to need, one of these wooden trays. This came from Hobby Lobby. Actually, everything here came from Hobby Lobby. I don't know what this is. It was on my table and just picked it up. I don't know what it is. Anyway. This price is not what I paid when I shop at Hobby Lobby or craft stores, as you know, outside of the Dollar Tree. I wait till they have their sales. And you know, Hobby Lobby has their things where it says the spring shop. Everything at the spring shop is like 40% off. That's when I buy my stuff, okay, when it's on sale. So anyway, this is a wooden round tray. This is the 13 by 9. That's the size right there. Okay, so you're going to need one of those to start off with. You're also going to need this thing. This is a placemat. So let's take a look at the label here so you can see what it is. This is a placemat. You can see right here, plastic placemat. All right, so basically what we're going to do first is we are going to glue this down inside of our tray. Now, I have been going back and forth trying to decide if I want to paint this, and I don't think I want to. I mean, you can if you want to. I'm probably just gonna have to take this label off later. Label police, sit down and be quiet. I'm probably just gonna have to do that later, but I know that this is gonna hang inside my house. Okay, I know where it's going. Now, if you want to hang this on your door, so it's gonna be outside, you may want to get, if you're not gonna paint it, get some clear spray paint. I can't speak today. Some clear spray paint just to seal it so you know water will not damage this wood. Okay, give it 2 or 3 good coats of that before you put it together. All right, like I said, for me, this is going to be inside my house. So anyway, what we're going to do first off is pray that our glue gun is hot. It is, and we are going to glue this inside of here, because if you can see, stop, this is felt with this greenery on top, and I played with it a while ago. It will fit down in there. It doesn't look like it, but it will fit down in there. You just have to press it a little bit. So let's make sure that we have another glue stick. Oh my goodness. I'm so unprepared. All right, I've got my glue stick. I also have some E6000. And now that I think about it, I think that we might use a little bit of the E6000 in here as well before we glue it down with the hot glue. This will provide some long-term hold because we're going to be gluing some things to this. And it's going to put a little bit of weight on it. Why are you not coming out? Okay, so I'm just putting some blobs all the way around. Try to move my arm so that you can see it. Like so. Now, when you use hot glue with E6000, try to not let them touch. Okay, I see so many crafters just piling it up on top of each other. And you know what? That's going to fall apart after a while. I hate to tell you, but it is experience. So try to put your hot glue where it's not really mixing in with the Gorilla Glue, the E6000 rather. I'm using Gorilla Glue hot glue sticks, so that's stuck in my head. All right, so going in there. And let's just get some of this. The hot glue is going to give us temporary hold and tack everything into place. And then the E6000, when it sets up, that's what's going to give us our long-term hold. So now you're just going to place this down in there. Like I said, you're going to have to press it in because the felt on the bottom here is slightly bigger than our tray. But it's thin and it's bending easily, as you can see. And oh, I'm just so excited to put this together. So here's that. Just get it all pressed down in there. And we're going to wait a few minutes for the hot glue to really set up before we move on to the next step. But this is what we have so far. Next, we have this. This is like a metal wreath. I also got this at Hobby Lobby from the spring shop. Like I said, it was 40% off. It has this hanger here and then like this metal ring all the way around it. Okay, so there's the size of that. So let's cut this off. Now, I'm going to do the exact same thing that we did with the hot glue and the E6000. I'm going to put some E6000 around here, and I want to get a good amount right here as well. All the way around here, and then we're going to put on some hot glue, and we're going to stick it down right in the middle of this. to hold it in place. That's why you really want this to be stuck down, because it's not heavy. It's pretty light, but you know, it's going to be stuck to this. So we want to make sure that it's stuck down, okay? So we're going to once again take our E6000. Like I said, I'm going to put a good amount right here. And it's okay if your glue oozes a little bit on this part of the wreath, because these leaves here, they're going to cover it up. You're not going to see it, okay? So let's get all of that on there. This is pretty fast and easy. Okay, and then we're going to put some right here. Then we're going to go back with our hot glue, like I said, in places where you're not really going to let it touch your E6000. Okay. And then we're going to, my hands are slippery because I put some lotion on a while ago. Spin that leaf in. Try to get this centered. And I think I did a decent job. Yeah, that looks pretty centered to me. So now we're going to get that glue string off there. So now we're going to press that down. And we're going to let this set up for a little bit. I have a book over here. Actually, I'm going to lay the book on top of this to kind of weigh it down, so that hot glue can really, you know, stick. And then we're going to give it a few minutes and then come back and we'll do some more. Okay, next I have this little metal heart. It also came from Hobby Lobby. It was not on sale, but it was $1.99. So I'm going to cut this tag off, and I want to keep the rope. Okay, so let's find, this is just going to kind of help me to get something else grippy for the glue to grip on. If you look here, you see that little tab up there where you could originally hang this wreath? That's where I'm going to glue this rope, okay? So it has like that metal piece to stick onto instead of just the feathery greenery. So we're going to leave this rope on. And why didn't I do this before I put down this? Because I want to see about how low I want that. I think I want it about right there. So we're going to have to trim off some of this rope. And I don't think I'm going to retie it. I think I'll just glue it. Let's see. Black cat, lay down. My cat's in here with me. She is in here with me. So let's see. I think that will do. Let's push it up in there. Take a look. Might cut off just a little bit more. And I know this is going to be difficult to see how I'm gluing this, because that's like way up under there. We'll try to bend these leaves a little bit so that I can get up in there. Okay. So once again, I'm going to stick it down using some E6000 and the hot glue. I know this is difficult. So let's see, just squirt that right here on that side. And then we're going to put, I should have done the E6000 first. Amber, I know. There. Okay. And now we're just going to take the ends of this rope and we're going to just press them up in there. There we go. Just kind of press them down into that glue. I think that'll be okay. I keep these little ends sometimes that you trim off of your artificial flowers. And I use it to push things around. So that should hang exactly where I want it to hang when we pick it back up, okay? So I'm going to let this glue set up a little bit. We'll bend the leaves back down so they're in the correct position. We're going to get this glue off of here. And then we'll move on. Okay, that has set up. And now I'm going to be using this pre-made bow. Okay, this pre-made bow also came from Hobby Lobby. I wanted this to be really simple, okay? So we're going to be using this. Why? We're going to be putting some rope around the edge, but why am I putting the bow on first? Because I want to see exactly where the tails hang and how it looks, because I'm going to use that as sort of like a gauge as to where I want to start my rope. And you're like, what rope? I'm at the end of my rope. I'm a woman on the edge. I'm at the end of my rope. But you'll see what I'm talking about here in a minute. So this right, don't take this completely off because that's holding your entire bow together. I'm going to give it just a few more good twists because I'm going to cut this off, okay? And you don't want your bow to come apart when you do that. Stop! All right, so now we want to glue it onto here, kind of directly below where we had glued that rope, which means I'm going to trim off some of this greenery. Yeah, some of this greenery right here to make sure that it's not in our way. Because I'm going to glue, stop it, because I'm going to glue it right here. So we're going to have to fluff this up here in a second, because this bow, bless its heart, it was in a bag in my car. And it's got this plastic stuff in here to kind of hold the, to try to kind of keep it fluffed, I guess, during shipment and all that. But we're going to take that out, and then we can give it a good fluff. I have a cat named Fluff, so the cat's probably thinking, you're going to put me on a wreath? No. So we're going to fluff it up a little bit just to kind of see what it will look like once we get it stuck on here. There we go. All right. And then fluff up the center. Y'all know I like to make my own bows, but for this, I wanted fast and easy. Kind of like my ex-mother-in-law. So we have that. We're going to glue it right here. And I don't think I want the tails to be that long. I am going to dovetail the ends. Okay, I'm going to do that, I think, or cut them at an angle. I don't know. I'll decide here in a minute once I get it glued down. I'm just going to put my fingers up in there. Let's get this lid off of our E6000. And I'm going to put just a little bit on there. And once again, with the hot glue, just to kind of help hold it in place for quite a while. Because I spent some money on this, okay? And I want to keep it for a while. So I want to make sure that everything is really glued down. Let's just get this stuck right there and hold that in place. Okay, that looks good. Looking good, looking good. All right. Now hold that down and let the glue set up. Okay, so this glue has set up pretty much, the hot glue has, and I wasn't 100% happy with where I had it down here on the wood part, so I just moved it up a little bit. I know, I do that kind of thing all the time. It's like, I had it in my head the way I wanted it, and I'm like, my brain deceived me, so I had to move it up a little bit. Anyway, what we have next, this is this cotton craft cord, was $5.99, also from Hobby Lobby. I got this over in the section with all the macrame supplies, okay? So now that we have the bow on, we can kind of see which part of this wood is covered up. And the part that's covered up, that's kind of where I want to start gluing this down, okay? And once again, you'll see what I'm talking about here in just a moment. I don't know exactly how I want to open this. I have tons of Ziploc bags in my craft room. Like the freezer bags, and when I use rope and stuff like this, and I don't use all of it, then I just keep it in that freezer bag so that it doesn't get everywhere. But anyway, let's find the end here. And essentially what we're going to be doing is we're going to glue this all the way around, starting here. I'm going to be using hot glue, like I said, because it's going to be inside my house, and then every once in a while I'm going to tack it down with some E6000. All right. So we're going to put this right here. I'm not even going to cut that tape off the end. And then I'm just going to glue it to the outside. I made a mess with that glue. I'm going to have to go back and scrape some of that off. I'm just going to glue it down here. And then we're just going to work our way around, all the way around, until we kind of get up towards the top. Then at the top is where I want to stop, and I want to make a loop, I think. So let me work on this, because it's going to take me a minute. Let me work on this, and I'll be right back. Okay, so my wreath is upside down. I'm going to call this a wreath instead of a door hanger, okay? I'll just wreath keeps, because I'm seeing this as a wreath. Okay, so if you can see, this is sort of at the top where we glued this down. Let's see. Yeah, right about there. So I'm going to put just a little bit more glue right here. Okay, and now I'm going to make a loop. So this is going to be the loop that it's going to hang from, okay? See, I'm just pulling up a loop here. I don't have a lot of space on this table. Just pulling up a loop here. And then we're going to move over a little bit and then start our glue again right about here. Okay? Because like if you have, like your wreath hangers on your door, or like in my case, on a wall where you have one of your command hooks, then this is what's going to hang on there. Okay, and don't worry about this being like a big blank space. We're going to fix that here in a second when we come back. But anyway, I'm going to continue gluing this all the way around. All right, so now we are all the way around. So let's take a look back up here at this very top. See, I don't like the space there. So let's make double sure that we are exactly where we want to be. And then we're going to take a piece of this. Hold on. Hold on. I'm getting there. Be with you in a minute. And this is going to be hard to... I'm going to have to stand up here. The heater's in the way. I mentioned it before. I got both of my pythons in here. And yeah, they have to have heat. So I moved them in here from the living room. So this is directly up top here. Yeah, right there. So now we're going to take this piece of rope and I'm just going to wrap it around. I'm going to have to flip this over, and I don't want to because I'm going to squish my bow. But, yeah. And I'm just going to wrap this rope around here. It's going to be very hard to do on camera. Just going to glue it here, wrap it around, and then glue it again. Okay? So I'll probably do that off camera because I'm on a very strange angle here. But I'll be right back. Okay, so this is what we have here after I'm done. It kind of brings these two together and then provides, you know, just a little bit of something. It looks like you tied a knot, but really didn't. And then you hang it, you know, you can hang it right here. But, yeah, oop, I got to trim that off. Oh, Lordy, look. Fuzzies are sticking. You don't want your fuzzies to stick out. Trim them off. All right. So now you can just hang that up that way. And now let's refluff this bow, and then I can take a good picture for y'all. Anyway, I hope that you enjoyed this. I really like it. And you know what? Farmhouse stuff like that, that is totally not my style. I like dark colors and, you know, burgundies and things like that. But I really do like this. And I hope that you liked it too. If you would, please click subscribe. Check me out on other forms of social media. The links to all of which will be in the description box down below. And I hope to see y'all next time.